And then we have one more after you in October. We're just confirming that person now, but so far it's been a really good series.
Okay, that's
And
good.
we do appreciate you participating.
Yeah, long days, short nights.
Oh, listen.
Yeah, definitely.
Long days, short nights. Oh, boy.
Yeah, everybody's been working from home. They were like, working from home more than we're doing at work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, everybody's rolling in. Everybody's rolling in. I see my team rolling in. Hey, Mia. Hi, Rosa. We're all.
Everybody's here.
The gang's all here.
Ladies and gents, Black Rob is here.
Black Rob is in the building. Chanel. Yeah, the numbers are just coming on in.
All right.
So this is the behind the scenes stuff.
Well,
NAMIC behind the scenes.
This is kind of in front of the scene.
Right, it is. It really is in front of the scene.
How it looks now, things look so different now, with the quarantine and the COVID. So, we've had to adapt and just kind of revamp the way that we do our events. We want to keep everyone still engaged. We want to still provide everybody with professional development. So this is how we do it now, for now.
The new norm.
The new norm, yeah.
Yes.
Really good.
Boom, boom,
As everybody
boom, boom.
pulls in, we are going to be doing like a quick little raffle towards the end. We're going to be giving away a pair of cool Sporty Rich slides. And Mike, we're just going to ask you for your favorite number towards the end before you have to go. And then I will pick that number from the person who registered, and we will send you a cool pair of slides. I might have to order a pair of those slides for myself. They are cute.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give it one more minute. We'll go to 6:05 and then we'll get started. Welcome, everybody. I hope everyone is well. Your families are well. And you had a good day at work today. I know I had a crazy day at work. I was like, get me out of here. Even though I'm in my living room, I'm like, get me out of here. I can't. I need a vacation. That's what I need.
I know that sounds so good right now.
All right, everybody. It is 6:05. We're going to get started. More people. I see people are just rolling in, so they will.
Do you have on brown as well?
I do. All colors.
Oh my God. What is going on?
It's fall. Wow. You got to switch it up.
Yeah. Wow. This is awesome. Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
How you doing over there, CW? You got that gray. Gray go with brown real good. It
blends.
Yes.
Nice little.
Yes.
I got the brown in the background, so.
Yes. They can't say we fronting on the cocoa. We not fronting on the cocoa.
Exactly. Well, welcome everybody. We're going to get started. Carvel, I'll let you set it off. And then
sure. Thank you, Ra. My name is Carvel Wallace, and I'm Vice President for NAMIC-NY. Thank you guys all for joining this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you are. NAMIC is the National Association of Multi-Ethnicity and Communications. The New York chapter alone has well over 800 members. We look forward to seeing you one day in person, but for now, we're just going to be doing everything virtual. So as you know, last week we had Connie Orlando for the first installment of our series. This week we have Mike Bivens in the building. So really excited. For you guys that aren't members of NAMIC or want to know more about NAMIC, you can join us at NAMIC.com. You can also check out our website on the local side, NAMICNewYork.com, where you can find out more about chapter happenings. Besides this Zoom, we have much more coming up over the next couple of weeks. We have the NAMIC National Conference that's coming up from October 6th and to the 9th. And then we also have our presidential debates, the presidential and vice presidential debates, September 29th and October 6th. So with all that, I will now turn it over to Ra. We can go get started.
Hello, thank you, Carl.
Party people in the place to be. Chicka, 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 rock. Brown. He likes hip hop, I'm sure.
Oh, I love it, especially old school hip hop.
Absolutely.
Welcome, everybody. We are so excited to have you here for our second session in the Executive Breakfast Series. We are so honored to have Michael L. Bivens with us today. Michael has touched so much: music, fashion. He has been a leader in his community. He gives back. He does so much, and I am just so proud. I feel like he is just one of our crown jewels. And I just love all the strides that he makes every day. So welcome, Mike. What I want to do, could you just quickly introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about your background, where you came from, and how you kind of first realized that you kind of, were a little bit special?
Well, first of all, I just want to say to wherever you're zooming in around the world, I hope that everyone's being safe and wearing their mask with this COVID-19. And it's very important on November 3rd, we get out and vote. I'm sure while we all been home, we've been watching a lot of nonsense on television that we don't agree with. And as a Black community being affected with COVID, we know that we need someone in that office who cares about our lives first and will prepare us so that we don't have to be dealing with what we're dealing with. Black businesses losing money, people being sick, the community, people marching, stressing out, heads are banging against the wall. So that to me is something I would like to say. So I put my hand out to you, to your families, and hope everybody's in a safe space. And for me, I mean, my life has been raw on the music side. I'm really not so much of a reality TV show guy. So my home is my spot. But in terms of music, I knew I was special when I realized I had a mother named Shirley and a sister named Tanya. My father, in the family I was born into, I had a beautiful grandmother named Margaret and a granddad named Robert. And when I realized who they were and what they meant, I knew that I was born into a beautiful family. At that point, I just started finding my way. And I'm a true mama's boy. And the thing about it is, for me, is you let someone else tell you that you're special. You just be special to yourself.
You already dropping some gems. I like that. Ashley, can you write that down for us? Thank you. I really like that. Now, did you visualize all this? Just coming from Boston, you started out. Did you visualize? Did you see, or how did you imagine your life would be? Because I know you started out, you love basketball. You kind of
Wow,
were.
you taking it there. You reading the bios. What bio are you reading?
So I saw a couple bios online.
You know what's crazy though? Like for real, you know, and I don't talk about it this much, but you know, we had a small little crib in the projects of Orchard Park, Roxbury, Mass, right? And mom's kept 2 or 3 jobs. She was never one that sat on her butt. You know what I mean? She did homemaking jobs, post office jobs, school teacher. I mean, I'm surprised her ankles wasn't swollen. And it was just the 2 of us. But her whole thing was, we not gonna rely just on food stamps and this, that, and the third, or anybody's handout. We're gonna keep it right, because even though we living in this box, we're gonna have a beautiful box. So Christmases was the best she could make it. You know, my Christmas stocking was her stocking. She wore on her legs. She didn't have the red stocking. She had a black stocking with fruit and candy in it. It was the dopest creative mom I could have ever met. And you know, I used to be like, damn, what I'm gonna do to help her meet her with this paper? And I knew I wasn't gonna do no drugs. Cause if I do drugs and I'm in jail, then I ain't gonna be able to hug her every day. And I don't want to be caught up on the block with a cat who ain't thinking right with a loose bullet with no name on it. But all of those was my people. So I knew where we lived and I understood. I said, you know what? If they balling, they going to school, this, that, and the third, let me play ball. So I started playing ball. And just so happened, make a long story short, when you were shorty, we had the Roxbury Boys Club, the community center, the Roxbury YMCA, stuff like that. Those are memberships. So you have to pay a membership to go in the building. But if you know, you ain't got that much money, $50 back in 77 was a lot of paper, or $40 and $30, depending on your level of membership. But because I was balling, some of the coaches was doing like they do in college and high school. They were recruiting kids from out of the project. So my first experience of helping my mother was by joining the boys club, something she didn't have to pay because I was balling. So that was really my first hustle on, let me just play ball. It's good over here. She ain't got to spend no money for uniforms while I'm living my dream. And then I just started finding my way. That's why it became my love, because it was safe and it was fun and it was competitive and it was street and it was girls and it was crowds and it was music. And I was just doing them Negro regularly. I loved it. I loved being out at the park at night with the music going. Like for some reason, I had no fear. I just felt like I'm short, but I'm nice. And I'm burning this kid down, and he got to walk home with his girl, and she laughing at him because I just did him. And that's a ball player's mentality. That's been my mentality through life prior to music. And that's kind of like how Ricky and Bobby met me in a gym playing ball.
I love that. I love that story. Someone wrote, they said they see where you get your creativity from your mother. That's, you know, it seems like
very smart. Whoever said that, I like her already, or him. I like them already.
I think that was Carolyn. Somebody named Carolyn. Yes.
Good call, C baby. Good call.
Yeah, so good. So you obviously you had success in your music groups, New Edition, BBD, but at one point you decided to venture out on your own and, you know, become a company owner. You had Biv 10 Records. How did you decide to make that big leap? Because a lot of times people, like you said, there's fear. People are scared to take that big step out of their comfort zone. Because obviously you had success with your group. I think at that time you were with New Edition, but you know you had that success. How do you make that decision? You know, that's a big move to make. Were you fearful? How did you overcome that fear?
Well, we gotta be respectful to the beginning, and I have to be respectful to my big brothers. You know, Bobby and Ricky leaned on me heavily to be in the group as a performer. I used to tell them, man, I'm not wearing them disco shoes. I'm not doing none of that. Y'all go ahead with all that. And you know, they used to be like, nah, Mike, you ain't really gotta do no singing. Everybody know you. You could just dance in the back and smile. And I was like, now that's easy. I could do that. So because of that option, before I get to what you said, because of that option, it was what my mama said one day. She said, yo, you know, and that's how she talked. We talk like that. She said, yo, you know, only 1 out of 1 million make it to the league. But what you doing with your friends and them, y'all could really go far because people like y'all in Boston. You have something special. Then when we hooked up with Corey and Travis, like the movie, that was one version. And then we went to the second version, which was Bobby, Ricky, and Ralph, which really elevated everything. Ralph came and he's a superb lead singer. And then Brooke, our godfather, he added his son, Ronnie. And it seemed like then I was like, oh, snap. Damn, this is really nice. This is different than being on the court. Now we on stage and there's many more girls and there's many more screams and it's the same feeling. It's just a different vibe. And then I settled in and I tried to find my way. And for years, you know what I mean? I used to just try to figure out what can I do to add to what makes them so special. And then one day when things really went afoul, and I realized the anger I saw in Ricky and Bobby's face, it tapped into my mental. And I said, you know, y'all mad about this $1.87, which is in the movie, right? Right. So I go, I ain't really mad about that. Cause we went on tour and I wanted to get home and play ball. I was just like, yo, man, when we going back home? I'm missing these tournaments. And they were complaining about the money, but it didn't register to me. All the money we generated, it came down to $1.87. I'm a hustler. I kept $2 in my pocket every day. So to me, I looked at it like, yo, man, that's 13 cents short. I'm 13 cents up. I ain't really mad at, I mean, the $13 up. I ain't really mad at this loss. And it didn't even register to me, Mike. They just took a lot of money from you. Your $2 ain't really as much as you made. So from that day forward, the birth of Biv 10 started in my soul. When I saw the anger in their face and I realized that 13 I was keeping and I thought I was fly, it was thousands of more out there that I'm supposed to have. But because I was so much into being in the projects and playing ball, I started to realize this music thing needs my attention. So now, as I'm rolling with these great guys, now I found my role. I'm gonna just handle this business and I'm gonna pay attention.
Wow. So
I
that
mean,
just, yeah, definitely. So that drive came out of another situation. So it was frustration, it was anger, and you took that and flipped it and made it into something positive.
yeah, and you know, and you just started peeping personalities. Like I'm a people person. Like, you know, like when I go outside and someone be like, "Oh my God, Michael Bivens," I'll be like, "Yo, you good?" Like I take I take it right out of them and just,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I know I get it. It's a long time, and I know that's a natural reaction. But I'm like, if we're gonna take a picture, we're gonna take a picture. We're gonna do an autograph. We gonna whatever you want to do, we're gonna do it. Cause whatever I'm doing, I want to get back to it. So you can scream, but we about to get busy and take this picture. I love you to death. Boom, 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 boom. That's kind of like me. And it's interesting because it works with the fellas and the females.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I realized in business. In order to understand business, you ain't got to really be smart because everyone ain't smart. We all don't know paperwork and contracts. Like, don't get it twisted. You got to
Mm-hmm.
go to school for page 43 with that big old paper with that little clause that tells your life has changed, right? But
Right.
what you could do is read personality. Just like when the kid come in the room and he look like trouble, you'd be like, money make me uncomfortable. Well, guess what? That's how I used to be in the meetings. Money make me uncomfortable. So I started learning business through learning people. And if you're a people's person, you could rock with different styles. And if it don't feel right, then don't rock with it. So a lot of
Exactly.
people used to look at me, Rod, like, yo, man, he think he this, he think he that. Nah, money, I just couldn't let you get a seat at the table. I'm sorry. If someone's got to push you off or push you back, I'm not fearful of that. I used to play ball players 6'9", 250. You at the table is not that big of an issue. You look sneaky, it feels sneaky, and it's going to be sneaky. So get out. So I
Mm-hmm.
took that leap of faith and I started to become a different person in business than I was as a regular person. Like my business vibe is a little more gorilla than how we is today. I
Mm-hmm.
like to smile, have a good time, get that sun, chill out, be on time. You ain't had to look for me, right?
Yeah,
I was
you
on
wait.
time, right? Like I think that's life. Like that's what it's all about. Be respectful to those that are respectful to you. So that's my thing. I learned it by learning people, not some course in class or 10 toes down and just learning,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
Sounds like you rely heavily on intuition, your intuition.
Yo, Rob, when you live in the projects, right? Or wherever you is and you a woman, you coming home, you partying with your peoples and you getting in the elevator. I know many a times, or if you driving to your crib, wherever you rest at, I know if something didn't feel right, you'd be like, I think I'll catch the next
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
one.
yeah.
that's that's passed down though.
Mm-hmm.
That's prayer. That's a gift. That's what we call animal instincts. That's when you go back the opposite way and keep it moving. And I don't second guess it. I do not sit in something that ain't right. If I'm at the club and I see something moving to a certain energy, I already know what it is. I could feel it and I'm out.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
you
just
you
me.
people don't always rely on their intuition, which I think is bad news. You must always listen to your inner voice. To me, that's God speaking to you, whispering to you, letting you know what's going on. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so was there someone on the business side that served as a mentor towards you, or someone that you looked up to that you wanted to emulate or kind of follow in their footsteps as far as your business career?
Wow, that's interesting. Well, mine was definitely my first business. She always kept it funky regardless. Then I guess you could say it was kind of like Brooke in rehearsals. He was finding his way in the projects, you know, when we were starting out. And then lawyers, running into different lawyers. And then Jam Master Jay. Wow. Glad they got justice.
Yes.
He
Hmm.
taught me something I really didn't even understand and brought it to my attention. And Jay fixed me as a businessman in terms of paperwork and what artists are supposed to receive. I didn't learn that from nobody but from the DJ. For us being on tour with running them, I wasn't really in the hotel rooms with Ricky, Ralph, Ron, and Bob. And Jay wasn't in the room with Runner D. I used to help him carry his turntables and his records into his room because we had the Holiday Inn outside with the 2-level steps. And I would just sit in the room with him and we talk, you know, and we started realizing we both play ball. We both got the lips. We smiling. We looking like we kinfolk. You know what I mean? And we into everything together. That's like my guy. The way he posed in his group is how I pose in my group. And I was like, yo, this like my brother. And he schooled me, and all of that'll be in my documentary, Rob. But him and then my man Joe Busby from Motown, my godfather in music. I've been able to be around some great people. Dick Clark. I mean, there's so many people, and then just paying attention to other people's errors in terms of what they did wrong or that they didn't know they did wrong. Sometimes you gotta, you know, read the book and understand the cover. So I pay attention to everybody, and I clock them in excitement, but I also clock them in with what I think they could have done different. And then that's how you learn how to make sure you don't do that yourself. So you pay attention and you pay homage and you get game like that. Because when you close yourself off to showing love, then you don't see everybody's flow. Because you like Jerome and Morris Day. You looking at yourself. You can't see nobody else. You cut yourself off. So it's important to keep it open so you can learn the game. And I've been open since a kid.
It's so important to have smart people around you, influential people around you, your team, and the people that you surround yourself with, I think are one of the most important things that you could do for yourself, because
absolutely,
that's how you learn and that's how you grow. Have you ever let fear stop you? Have you ever had a regret where you like, I should have just gone for it, but I didn't do it?
Yeah, many a times. Many a times you second guess yourself because maybe I didn't have enough information. Maybe I wasn't going off of just my own point of view. Maybe I didn't do enough research. Maybe I should have just stepped out of my own way. And yeah, that's happened many a times. And excuse me, and you live with it because you know, you gotta have that faith that another train is gonna come by. You know what I mean? Like, yo, okay, I could have did that, but I just gotta wait to the next one. And if it's meant for me, it'll happen again. Round two could actually be better than round one if you can get another chance to do it all over again. Mm-hmm. So yes, I have. And then answering your question and nothing in specific, yes, I have.
I like that. So you now have ventured into the fashion. So you've always been very fashionable, you know, through the years we've seen your fashion game, your fits have always been on point. So now you've stepped into the fashion industry. Tell us a little bit how you kind of transitioned into that. That's another pivot that you've done. You've done a series of pivots, and this is yet another one.
Well, you know, the first way you learn how to dress is when your mama only could get you one pair of sneakers, 3 jeans, and 2 t-shirts, and a sweater and a jacket. Mm-hmm. You go to school 5 days a week, but you know, when you trying to be fly, you got to mix, match, and mingle and make it work. Make people think it's something new, and you got to get that washcloth and that toothbrush and clean the rim of that sneaker. Yeah. That's where it actually starts. It starts in maneuvering and being creative and putting colors together because you don't have that much to work with. And then you pay attention when you outside and you see somebody else, you're like, damn, they murdering the way they rocking that. And you pull and then you play with it and then you dress according to your body. Yes. You know, some of us, we wear things because it looks good on the mannequin, but it doesn't look good on me. It's not made for me. So part of being a great dresser is being comfortable in what you're wearing, because we make the clothes. You know, you can go on Fifth Ave and spend $2,000, but that don't mean when you walk in the room, you're gonna have a $2,000 attitude. You just got a $2,000 logo on. While the other person came in with the freaking Levi and she got the tight jacket, or he got the leather with the Fonzie t-shirt, and Money's moving like this to the bar, and his whole groove to the music, and you feeling tight because you wearing logos, you're not wearing your personality. So I got a style called Sporty Rich, and that's my clothing line, because I find that when you comfortable and you casual and you feeling a certain energy, you on some sporty stuff. But even if you a broke brother and you got a few dollars in your pocket, you could walk with a rich man's attitude. So that's where Sporty Rich comes from. Being able to be casual and comfortable in the room with others and still not let no one knock you off your square. Rock your t-shirt like you got on a double-breast suit and wear some personality. That's where you make up in your $100 outfit that you love, that makes you feel good and have a good time.
I like that. Yes, and I checked the website out over the past week or so. Some great pieces on there. Really sporty, really cute. You know, stuff that we could just, you know, rock and feel comfortable in, and kind of you can snazz it up or snazz it down, especially now that we're all home, working from home. You know, you got to throw something on cute when you want to run to the, you know, Target or run to the grocery store. So I really like a lot of the pieces, and he has baby clothes.
Yes, we got little mamas and little boys. Yes,
cute.
We got slides for when you just want to go to the store on Saturday. Or take that hour ride and you just don't want to wear your shoe or sneaker. You just want to cool out. We got it all. And the thing is, right, a lot of people want to buy into it and help me expand it, but it's in a boutique situation because that's what I like right now. Like I'm not in it for like a black brand. I'm in it because I'm an international brand. Like I'm going for Ralph Lauren.
Yes.
Like, you know, when it's all said and done, Money ended up with the Olympics. You feel me? His clothes is on all of the Olympians that are representing the United States of America. So no matter what anybody does for 4 years, every 4 years, it's the RL. So my thing is play your game and wait for your time and let me land in a position that becomes something big like that, because you got the threads, it looks good, you can wash it, you can put it in the cleaners. It's not a walking billboard. It has flavor to it, cuts. It makes the person that's wearing it go like this. Oh, okay. All right. Like when they slide it up and they put it on, they feel like, damn, now I feel like I need to change my sneaker because I'm feeling it makes you want to step into it. And that's exactly what it is. Whoever says speak into existence, I told you, I pays attention. If the Olympics would have happened this year in Tokyo, you would have saw the RL. Money got it on lock. I love him for that.
Really good. And just for everybody, we are giving away a pair of Sporty Rich slides. We're just going to do a quick raffle at the end of this event, so stay tuned for that. So I also wanted to ask you, how do you stay motivated? There's always so much going on. It's professional, it's personal, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes. We have quarantines, we have protests and riots. How do you stay motivated? How do you stay positive? How do you keep it going?
Well, it's interesting. My mayor of Boston called me this morning at 8:30. Marty called and he was checking in and I was checking in, and I said, is everything okay? Because I could see some protests in a certain area in the city. And I'm like, you know, is that good? Is that affecting you down at City Hall? And he said, no. He said, how's thing on your end? I said, Money, the music industry is down. We can't perform, Marty. We can't get out and touch the people. We coming up with a drive-in concert series. Like everyone's trying to figure it out. So my thing is, when things was happening in Boston, which is a major part of my concern, because that's where I live with my mama and me, T, and the girls, where we frequently go between here in Connecticut and in Boston. I speak to the people on the ground because they only could talk to people they could relate to. You know, they don't want to talk to the police commissioner. They ain't trying to talk to no one at City Hall. They trying to get things heard and get issues solved. So sometimes you got to go above and beyond and have that man-to-man conversation or that man-to-woman conversation to help them understand what can we do to fix this and how can we solve this without nobody else getting hurt. Because the goal is not to lose another body. You know, we got the reform thing, we got brutality thing, We got, you know, inclusiveness. You know what I mean? There's so many things people are screaming about, but we gotta go one at a time, because 5 things at one time just ain't gonna happen.
Right.
But everyone's so sensitive now, and everything is burning the soul, and it's disgust us to see someone with a knee on their neck. It's disgust us to see a beautiful young lady shot with no justice. All of them things are disgusting to the soul. But I also know that you got to think about how we're going to get it so that the results is done and it doesn't just pass by, because the media is not going to talk about it when we still feeling it. They give you a little 2 minutes on the screen and then they want to move on because it feels black and white. No, it's not black and white. It's life and death.
Yes. Yes. Listen, you hit it right on the head. Speaking of Boston, you do so much for the city of Boston. You are like Boston's Prince. You do basketball tournaments for the youth. You do block parties. You do all types of events. I follow you on Instagram. I see all the great things that you do.
Thank you.
I think it's amazing. Why is it so important for you to give back to your community?
Well, you know, she like, I never really left though. You know what I mean? And it was one thing that bothered me more than anything, is when you go through the airport, they ask you for your ID, right? Now, I done lived in a lot of states and I probably done broke the rules 4, 5, 6 times. Well, I just felt like, money, I'm not passing you my ID with another state on my face. So I never gave up my ID. Even though I might have been parking and hustling in another city, I still live with my mom and sister. So my mass ID been with me for 52 years. I can't see my face under another name. It's just impossible. And because it's a small community and it's been good to me, I've been doing stuff in that city for so many years. I never called the newspaper. I never called the news channel. I never had hired a PR person to promote an event. All of our events since 1987, 88, or whenever I really started getting into it, probably my late teens, we ain't never asked nobody to promote. We just put it out flyers and we just connected with the people. Everything got so big over the years that the newspapers came to us because they knew that something positive was going on, and why no one didn't call them. Because you only really come around when it's a problem. We figure this don't interest you.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got 5,000 Negroes out here, player, all ages. Ain't no one getting hurt. Ain't no one going to jail. The music going. The air may be a little smoky. Brown bags might be everywhere. But at the end of the day, money, this right here is Roxbury. And this is what we take pride in. And you know, and I'm going to end it like this. At one of the events, the tournament, right? Because we do the stuff for the people, the recovering addicts, the day camps, the daycares, all that. We do everything. Turkey giveaways. There's so many different things. We just did Chromebooks for kids in school with a Kids One Away station. But I said, it's interesting. They put 100 cops on my event. And it always there's 100 cops plus because of the vibe. But they going home with no arrest. In Boston, they turn the town upside down. Because who they looking for is in the park. But for some reason, the dude from, like, you got New York, right? Harlem, Queens, Brooklyn. You know how you got your boroughs, right? Well, you know, in our city, there's different hoods, different gangs, different cities, just by the streets. Even them guys, the most thoroughest brothers, will not let the next brother mess that up, or they would take their problems somewhere else. Right. Everyone's whole line is not today. Not today. We're going to bring the peace, not today. So that's what makes me do it, is because they yearn for it. And they want a hot dog and hamburgers, some fried chicken, some fish, a hot sausage, and they want to get nice. That's it. They want to have a good time and let it all go. And I make it as raw as funky, but it's very professional. We on time and we out that park. Lights out by 10:30, going about your business. Everything is good.
Yeah, and I think that's why the city really respects you so much. Well, you could tell that the city respects you so much, and that's why your events always go off without a hitch. And they always look so well attended, and they always look like so much fun and positive energy. Boston seems like a really great place. really great.
Yeah. Boston, Roxbury's like Harlem.
Okay.
Dorchester's like Queens. Mattapan is like Brooklyn. You know, then you got the South end that could be Staten Island. It has its similarities if you're from New York or whatever. And every hood is the same. It's just the logo changes. That's all.
Okay, so I really want to be respectful of your time. I know you have another event right after this, so we're just going to start taking some questions now. But what advice would you give to your younger self?
Well, I don't know. I guess I would say, Mike, it's good that you listen to your mother, your sister. It's good that you listen to Ricky and Bobby. It's good that you listen to your coaches in your school. It's just good that you listen. That's it. I don't think I would change anything. Like if I could look down, I would just say it's good that you listen, because you could have been somewhere else. So I didn't let my love for ball or my pride for what I want to be stop me from listening to some other kids saying, "Come rock with us." Come rock with us is the line of all lines. I've been rocking with them niggas for almost 40-something years, since we was 8 and 9. You know what I mean? So, they like the brothers I never had. And I could talk shit to them too. And we talk stuff to each other. That's why, we got problems, but we ain't got them type of problems. We just got problems because we brothers. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I would say. Like, it's just good that you listen. And as you get older, they always say, listen to learn, not listen to reply. Listen to understand and not listen to reply. Listen to have a better answer and hold your tongue until you got it right.
Okay, that might be another quote. We're gonna have our little collection of Biv quotes here.
Well, I wanted to say this before we do the Q&A. Honestly, the NAMIC New York and the luncheon that I was a part of in 2017 was my most, and I'm gonna use a word, and even the word, the most enjoyable sit down I ever had in the room amongst people. And Stephen Hill from BET was the moderator, and I never had such a good time. It was the coming out of me wanting to be speaking. Let me say that better. That sounded Ebonic. Of me wanting to articulate and talk and get down in the room full of very distinguished people that gave me 20 minutes to talk and listen and to hear people laugh and have a good time. When I wanted to inject a little humor and to be serious, I felt like I arrived, and I never done nothing like that. And that was the first time I ever done that. And I wanted to bring that to your attention as you moved up in your seat, that I'll never forget that. And that scene and some of that footage is in the documentary. It was the best luncheon. And you would think after all of these years of being in the business, some things people just never done before. I never got hired to speak at a luncheon ever in that type of way, where I could just talk, not like a question and answer, but we could just have like TED Talks or Genius Talks or whatever. It felt like one of those vibes. So that was my coming out of where I'm at now.
That's amazing. I love that story. I'm happy that NAMIC could be a part of your journey. That's beautiful. And you're such a great speaker, and you are such a great motivator. So you definitely, this is your path. This is your thing. Believe me.
The sun is red too.
Yeah.
The sun is red. We rocking. I see over there. She red. That means something too. We got that apple, that candy apple look right now. We rocking.
So good. Someone asked, just like the New Edition story and the Bobby Brown story, will there be a BBD story?
Absolutely. Done. That's done.
Simple.
It's happening. Yes. Yes. And you get to see Ronnie in rare form, Rick in rare form, and Hiram, who brought us Poison, Spider-Man and Freeze, Al B. Shaw, all of the people that played the part in that. Eric B. helping us get the airbrush on stage. Fade from Shirt King from Coliseum Mall, spray painting our stuff. I mean, Wokey and Tim, Smile Again, and Brett and Brett, I can't think of his name. All of the producers, this, that, and the third. everybody, it will not just be about us. It'll be about every facet of how we got down. Because, you know, Lewski and the basketball players, the Hootie Bangers, that one's probably going to be a little more, it's going to move a little different.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Rub it down. Oh, no, it's going to move a little different.
Yes. We can't wait. The true fans cannot wait.
Absolutely.
Katina asked, and I forgot that, and I remember her name because my sister's name is Katina. What is the motivation to keep you going, to have your hands in so many hats, music, fashion, producing, blah, blah, blah? How do you keep it all going?
Because I'll be looking at other Negroes and I'll be like, money nice, but I'm nice too. That's it. It's a basketball mentality. It's been me my whole life. Like, I'll be like, yeah, all right. Damn, but money killing it. And it makes you get up at 4 o'clock. It makes you get up at 5. Because you gotta appreciate another man's hustle, another man's delivery, another man's win. You can't sit here and get mad. We all got the same damn television channels. We looking at the same joint. What, you gonna be mad because someone else won? No, go do yours and come behind them and get your time. Let someone have theirs, and that's what motivates. I can't sit down, man. But I be just like, man, these niggas is everywhere. They
doing it out here.
Yeah, I'm looking at my clothing line. There's a couple of dudes online. They be stealing my pictures. I be like, yo, you wasn't putting your clothes out like that. I'm like, yo, they coming, man. They keep me. I'm like, okay, so you over there with that? All right, let me throw this out there. So it's friendly competition. That's the best way to describe it. And I be peeping everybody. I be like, yeah, okay, page. I do what everybody else do. What we call that? Scrolling. We go up in the morning and join. I'm up too. Yeah, all right. But I might creep through in the middle of the night when everyone calm down. Cause I gotta look in the nighttime. I'm like that night stalker. Call me Sniper Biv. I'm sniping.
I'm sniping.
You know what I mean? I'm sniping. Or should we say Snoop Doggy Dogging? I'm Snoop Doggy Dogging. Snoop Dogging, right?
So Rodney has a question. Rodney went to school with me. Hey, Rodney, we went to St. John's in the house, in the building.
Redmond in the building.
the Redmond showing our age. He wants to know, what golden advice do you have for entrepreneurs, novice and intermediate?
Advice do I have for entrepreneurs? Wow. It ain't for everybody.
That's a fact.
You know, don't lose your soul trying to get to your goal. That's it. Don't lose your soul trying to get to your goal, whatever it is. You know, I can't tell you no other way. I done seen people sell their souls and still never achieve their goal. That's it. I ain't even gonna play with that. I'm a victim of that.
Yeah.
I just ain't never lost my soul, but I ain't damn sure ain't achieved all my goals.
That's another gem there. That's another Bivism. What I have one more question here.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about your documentary. So you're doing that yourself?
No, I can't tell you who I'm doing it with, because you know how they be wanting you to be quiet. Let me just tell you something. It's that ish. It is what it is. I ain't got to bite my tongue. It's my stuff.
It's just,
you know what I mean? I'm chalking that chalk. Right now I got 48 interviews. And I got all of the players that we looking at on TV and on radio. And they ain't there because they celebrities. They there because they my peoples. Everybody talking in my documentary is talking from a story that they know. We not propping people up for ratings, because it's not about the rating. It's about the story. So it's the perfect roller coaster. A little bit of up, a little bit of down, a little bit of curve, little chick, woo, then it drops. But it's definitely ball. It's family, you know, my wife, my kids. It's my brothers, no addition. It's the business. It's fashion, and it's where I'm at now with young Bree. I don't know if you guys saw Bree singing with Alicia Keys. Alicia, that new video she dropped last week, that's my new artist.
Oh,
She's
nice.
12 out of Virginia. Bree's with me.
Yeah, I did see
Oh,
her.
yeah. We sent her to LA to film that. So go look at Alicia's page and look at the 12-year-old Bree. She's from Virginia. And I got a special girl named Amani. She's out of Georgia. I won't tell you who she's kin with, but she goes hard too. So
Nice.
presently I got 2 female artists. I'm not in the group game no more. I'm in the soul sister game. I got a 12-year-old that could blow and a 20-year-old that could blow. And I'm not hyping them up. That's why they're not on my page with a bunch of hype. They coming. And you could listen to Bree and tell she got a future. So that's what the doc is about. A little bit of where I am, a lot of where I've been, and a little bit of the stories of what you never knew. And that's it. And it's called The Hustle of our 617 Mike Biv. And the gem is this. There's a soundtrack involved. So I called Ronnie one day and I said, yo, man, I made an album. And I thought he was gonna laugh. Like, you trying to be Jigga or Luther Vandross. I thought he was gonna laugh at me, right? And he didn't laugh. He said, what? I said, bro, I got an album. I got a soundtrack attached to my joint. He said, what? I said, listen, man, I got an album attached to my doc. He said, Mike, man, I want to listen. I said, dude, I thought you was going to laugh. Thought I was trying to get out my inner Luther Vandross or my Jigga bars. He said, bro, when it come to you, ain't nothing funny. I know if you doing the album, you're not playing yourself. I said, absolutely. I'm Quincy Jones on steroids. I ain't doing it like that. I got a whole bunch of brothers and sisters with me. And I played it for him over the phone, Ra. I sent him each record one by one. I said, what do you think? He said, is it over? I said, no. He said, me and my wife gonna do a song. I think I might have Ronnie and Shamari's best piece of work.
Wow.
She is going.
Wow.
I listen, you can hold me to it. On this NAMIC video, when you hear this song and her singing, you're gonna say, whoa.
Amazing.
She can blow. And I also have Ricky and his wife. So I have a little parallel between my brothers, and then I got a special record called Spell that takes a little takeoff with me and T. So there's a little BBD, and I got a little surprise in there that I never told no one, but I got a mean, slick Rick joint, and that's it. That's it. I can't say no more.
You hitting us.
I can't say no more. I can't say no more. I can't say no more. That's it.
That is good.
So don't tell nobody. That's just between me and y'all. All right. That's
keep it amongst family.
Yeah, that's a community thing, right?
This is family.
Absolutely.
I love it. That's some good stuff. Sabrina just said Mike is the realest. That's why he is my favorite. She capitalized favorite. She said, I'm listening, Mike.
That's awesome. It was a good day, a great day. And you were very patient. I know I was giving you that entertainer. Can we do it next month? You was like, okay. So I gotta give you your props. You didn't play me off. And this was the right time. Everything is time. You feel me?
Yes. Timing is everything. So we have one last question. I really want to be respectful of your time. I don't want you to be late for your next event. Crystal Berger, my girl Crystal, asks, you've been known for going against the grain in order to have huge success. What advice do you have for individuals who are pitching their ideas, their art, their business to naysayers? What should they say or do in meetings with executives to actually win and walk away with what you want?
I'm gonna call her CB, right? Crystal Berger. Check it out.
Yep, that's CB.
When we do our stuff, Crystal, we want to look at all of it because we proud. We take pride in the time we take out. Hold up. Salute. Cheers. Salute. Cheers. So we take pride in our work, but 10 minutes to us makes us feel good because we get to look at ourselves for 10 minutes. But 10 minutes in the meeting is extremely too long for someone who probably don't want to be there anyways, okay? So for the naysayers, whatever it is you're doing, go into the meeting with the shortest situation and the shortest conversation. Get in and get the hell out. Leave them something to think about. Don't over talk. Don't try to go, if you got something you're showing the video and it's 5 minutes, make it 2. Give people a snippet of what you're feeling, because half of them people in the room don't care. They just want to know, can we make money? So they not waiting to get to the 8-minute mark when you're hugging your mom. They don't even care about mom. They really don't even care about you. So give them the 2 minutes of what you think is going to move the room and be done. Have a good conversation and tell them, thank you for giving me this time, but I got to go, and let me know if this works and if we could do business. And there'll always be somebody in the room that will clock the way you carried yourself and not judge you on what they saw on the screen, because they'll know there must be more to that 2-minute piece. So get the hell in and get the hell out.
Great,
right?
Great advice. Thank you so much. Mike, I want to thank you so, so much. What is your favorite number? We're going to do our raffle real quick. What is your favorite number?
What was the name of my record label?
Biv 10. Is 10 your favorite number?
Everything is a dime with me. My basketball jerseys is 10. You got to know that. That's it. That's my birthday.
That's
been with me forever.
Birthday.
August 10th. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Juliet. Is Juliet Jones on here? Let me see if I see her on here. Juliet Jones.
All right, Rodney, favorite number. No, but they looking for me too. So, Rod, I'm going to close.
Yes.
Can I just say bye? Okay.
Yes, please say goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I don't know where you tuned in from. Remember, go vote. Remember, wear your mask. New Edition is in great spirits. We talk all the time, so don't let no one tell you no BS. Trust me when I tell you. We all own the name, so it's gonna happen, okay? So just wait for that. You're hearing it from Mike. Everyone's loving each other, talking to each other, and that's gonna happen. BBD is in good spirits. The home team on the music side is good. This was a great situation, and if I could come back again, then I'll be back again. Remember, man,
we would love
stay
it.
peace, stay Black, stay proud, and always stay out of harm's way. Peace and soul. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you so much,
C.
Mike.
All right,
we
baby.
appreciate you so much. Have a great day.
So I press leave, right? Because I'm learning this, right?
You press leave.
Peace. Bye.
What a great time we had with Mike. How great was he, everybody? Oh my goodness, some gems. I really had more questions. I was kind of jumping around because he really had a tight schedule. He had to go. So usually we go about an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes we even go an hour and a half, but I had to keep him under an hour. So I appreciate everyone hanging in there with me. I think we learned a lot. I mean, I think we got a lot of good information. Hopefully we can maybe bring him back at another time. He's a great speaker. Juliet Jones, I'm not sure. Let me check one more time, is the winner of the slides. Juliet Jones, are you here, Juliet Jones? Are you here, Juliet? If Juliet is not here, then we will choose my favorite number. Going once, going twice for Juliet Jones. Juliet Jones. Okay, Juliet Jones is not here. So my favorite number is I have this thing here. So we have, my favorite number is 8. So we have Sylvia Weehee. Sylvia Weehee, are you here? Sylvia. See if we see your name here. Sylvia. I don't see Sylvia. Okay, Sylvia. Okay, let's do number 88 then. 88 is Robert Kajubi. Robert Kajubi. Robert Kajubi. I don't see Robert. Everybody's like, you can pick me, I'll take it. Okay, so let me see. Let's do number, let's see, we went all the way up. Let me see if 1010. How about Twyla? Twyla, are you here? Do we have Twyla Hunt? Twyla? Yes, I see Twyla. Twyla, you won, yay, finally. Twyla, please email me your address. Carvel, can you type my address in this, my email address, I'm sorry, in the chat. Congratulations, Twyla. You're getting a cool pair of slides. They are so cute. You can wear them around the house. You can wear them to the beach. You can wear them to the store. They're really cute. So I'm going to mail them. I'm going to have them mailed to your house directly. And please, when you get them, take a picture and let us know how cute they look. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is our second installment of the Executive Breakfast Series. We have one more speaker, which will take place at the end of May. At the end of October. That speaker will be announced shortly. In the meanwhile, join us at the end of this month. We're doing a political debate party. It's going to be, of course, Trump versus Biden. We'll all watch that together, give our thoughts, give our opinions. And then in the beginning of November, I think it's November, well, whatever it is, the Harris versus Pence debate party. We'll be doing that together as well. So please follow our social media, NAMIC_New York at Instagram. Is it at Instagram? NAMIC_New York. And then we have our Facebook page, NAMIC New York. We have our LinkedIn page, and then we have our Twitter. Follow us. You'll be able to see all of our events, what's going on, what's happening. I'm so sorry, I can never remember dates and I never know what's going on. Carvel is more of that person. So thank you, Carvel. So
yes, I'm here. NAMIC_NY, guys. For social media, September 29th is our presidential debate watch party. And then October 7th is the vice presidential debate.
Perfect, thank you. And then we're also going to be celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with a great panel. We're putting that together for you now. That will be announced soon. So stick with us, guys. Follow us on social media, and we will all hang out for the rest of the year and just kind of support each other. I know there's so much going on, and it's a lot, but we're here for you. And I want everyone to remain safe, remain grounded, remain calm. Be diligent with your social distancing and your mask wearing and your hand washing, and we will all get through this together. So everyone have a great night, have a good dinner, watch some good TV, and have a great rest of your week. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you soon. Bye, everybody. I see all my friends. I see all my friends on the chat. I wish I could see you guys in person. Hi, Tasha. Hi, Vakaisha. Mia. Hey, Mia. All right, guys, everyone be safe, and we will all be together soon. Twyla, send me your address so I can mail your cool slides. Thanks, guys. Everyone have a great night.